Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. This is a little bit of a late episode. I was out of town the whole day yesterday. But we're actually getting into this is Lost Caverns of Ixalan constructed for midweek Magic. So the only cards you get to play are from Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and it does actually it does actually give us a lot of insights with regards to limited as a whole. For one, it tells us that the removal is generally a lot on the weaker scale. So that said, and it also highlights that Discover is actually a very good mechanic. We're actually gonna be going in with just Discover here. Simple red white Discover, nothing too fancy. First, we'll go over our different Discover cards. Probably could be running more of these if I, and probably could get away with not running Kintorius Can, but I'm just a little flex picks. Also, the trumpeting Carnosaur is probably more valuable if ever you decide to go on block constructed Discover. You probably want this one more. Other than that, our other main Discover cards are Geological Appraiser, 3/2 that discovers tree. Kaparokti Sunborn, which allows us to repeatedly discover tree when it attacks, provided we have the artifacts and our creatures to tap. Itali's Favor, very cheap way to get a discover tree. In fact, there are a few times you can chain Itali's Favor into something else. And surprise cheap dig site conservator. This one being discovered for is actually a big deal because it can hit our appraiser, it can hit our sunborn, and hit everything else on the bottom. That said, we do need to have good payoffs for all this discovery. Running a few copies of Resplendent Angel because, as I said, removal is not so great. If you're not running red for a braid, you're not doing it right. But also, we want to have a few copies of Guardian of the Great Door. I can see this one being, I can see having more copies of this because this one is generally harder to remove. That said, with regards to removal, we are running 3 copies of Petrify, 3 copies of Duskroast Reliquary. I guess you could have more copies of Petrify instead of Duskroast because there is this added cost. Have a few copies of Clay-Fired Bricks. This is mostly just for the basic planes, but once in a while you do get to craft. And of course, a braid because there are going to be a lot of artifacts you do want to destroy and a lot of incidental cheap features. We are running only 1 hidden courtyard and 1 hidden volcano. I am not sure how much more I want to run because I guess there is room for more. It's this one's just a comfort zone thing for me. Also running 4 copies of Promising Vein. Honestly, not so promising, but we do need to have the mana fixing. That's pretty much our setup. Let's see. I managed to get two wins relatively quickly. So let's see if we can, if this pans out or if this is going to be another one of them long videos. Yeah, also the rarity count is slightly scuffed because of their Splendid Angel. Yeah, this one's fine. Conservator into Favor is pretty good. That said, the other thing to be on the lookout for is the 2-drops deck. So I am willing to trade the Conservator for the Yearling early. We can always drop Itali's Favor later. Our opponent has a Palm Spell, and there are a good number of Palm Spells. Drop the Paleontologist for the rebuy. Let's go Resplendent Angel first just to give them something to think about. Then we can take our time with Appraiser into Appraiser, I guess. Ooh. So we probably want to do Itali's Favor, but I want to do Appraiser first. See if we can hit our Itali's Favor. That's a good one. Maybe we can hit another one. Nope, Clay-Fired Bricks, not a good hit, but we'll take it for now. Yeah, Dracosaur is going to be one of the bigger drops here that we should consider being on the lookout for. That said, if our opponent starts swinging with this one, we do have the option to pump this later. Opponent might have removal, Triumphant Chomp. Okay, that takes it out. And this is an ETB or a tax trigger, so that's a bit naughty. Opponent actually go. Ooh, they're going even more. Yeah, this is probably the worst matchup for us. We will need to hit our Petrify at ASAP. And we are kind of breaking on it. We might go favor again if it incites a trade with the. If it's at least it means we trade with this creature instead. Kind of hoping there's a Dusk Rose. We get to cast this, sack the Clay-Fired Bricks. Ideally, we want to sack Conservator and have while having mana up to get the free Discover, but this is fine too. Let's play the Conservator. You probably want to. Opponent does get to destroy it though, so that is another key weakness to that and Petrify. But might as well have it there. Ward 2 means that our opponent does give up their entire turn doing so. Yeah, they might actually just do that. Dracosaur is kind of mean for what it is. Yeah, opponent's gonna get tons of map tokens. This is a treasure token. I think, let's see if they go all the way for cracking this one. They might go for it, but not right away. They might just wait on it a bit. So let's take note. They need 1 mana to crack this, and 2 mana. So they have the mana to do. So they have the mana to do all of it. So now we have an interesting option. I can do this and hope to survive 1 turn. I can also sack this, hope for the discover, and start clearing up stuff, but it doesn't really do much. This might be the best one, but I might actually just want to wait. Because our opponent will have a surprise, does have a surprise blocker at this. I'm gonna make them do it on. Yep. Pretty much exhausted. The green mana ramp is actually a big deal as well, so probably. Let's see. They also hit the braid, so could go after a conservator. They could actually go after a praiser too, which is not great. Yeah, definitely want to have more removal over time. Opponent going for the braid and the praiser, that's fine. Yeah, but technically this is a lost game. But then again, we are going up against the all rares deck, so it's good for them. Yeah, like rare. This is basically what the game, what they want you to do. They want you to spend your they want you to spend your wild cards. Nothing we can really do about that. So we'll see if we can, but we'll see if we can get a little things going before the end. Yep, those are treasure tokens. Yeah, also flooding does. Oh yeah. Yep. It's nothing like someone bragging about their rares. So we do have to. We get to play this. There's our Petrify. Unfortunately, we don't have. Okay, we hit another Conservator, which is not great, but it does get something on the board. But yeah, we're conceding after this. There's simply too much power for us to deal with. We actually do. There is the argument that we could run our own Bonehorde Dracosaur, but if you're gonna run it, it's gonna be you. I want to run it for a format that lasts longer than 3 days, so probably not gonna do it for. So I would not do it for Block Constructed. That's the worst. That's the worst reason to do it. Anyone who spends wildcards on a format like this, better have an alternate plan for what to do in the future, because Well, then again, I should not be criticizing people with how they spend their money. This one is, I guess we can buy time with the trumpeting Carnosaur, but if we don't hit an actual win con, this actually does quite nothing. Yeah, it's small. Oh gosh, it's even worse. Okay, maybe we should have kept that first one. So definitely not gonna be able to play this. I guess we can give up on mountain here. If I guess Dinosaurs is gonna be the flavor of the month, so definitely running an Abrade is fine. Okay. We will play Clay Fired Bricks first because if we can go Resplendent Angel, that's good. Opponent is running into green white, not doing much of anything though. Yeah, we'll play this first. Just give our opponent something to think about. Opponent concedes way too fast. I have no idea what our opponent's running at all. But thank you for the win. But let's see if we can get an actual match. I suspect our opponent is running a 3-color special. Might be running 3-color special. Ooh, nice avatar. But yeah, the mana here is really horrible. If you're gonna go Dinosaurs, I just go straight green red. I would ignore things like this shot. I would ignore the other dinos. This one opposite problem. Clay Fired Bricks only unfortunately gets planes. Though I do get the quick Dusk Rose Reliquary. I will need double red for the Appraiser. Yuck. Oh wow, we're getting hosed by our basics. Okay, I guess we're doing another 5-drop. So we're not gonna get the double white on time. Maybe win the favor for now. It's unfortunate that we won't be able to petrify anything right away. But then again, I guess we can petrify that. Okay, we'll go Conservator first. Maybe our opponent. Okay, so our opponent revealed the Trumpeting Carnosaur. So we can put the Tally's Favor on top of this, but it just dies. I guess I do want them to use it up so that I can... Yeah, but this is the... Yeah, it looks like the dinos are bust here. Well, I guess Clay Fired Bricks is not a bad follow-up. Then we might as well attack because our opponent's going to kill it anyway. So turn 4 we can go Sunborn, but we will be missing an artifact or creature for the return. If it's not their turn, thankfully everything we cast is done. Oh, it's just pure aggro, eh? Oh. That's an interesting setup. Okay, so I can petrify. This is 5 damage. I can petrify and then tutor a land, which is probably something I want to do. Yeah, promising being not so promising. Yeah, there is a lot of incidental artifact removal. So if our opponent has a burn spell, we are just dead. Opponent is about to hit this one, so oh no, it's just 6. Oh yeah, it's 6 mana. Into Triumphant Chomp, yeah, we're dead. To be fair, this is our second game where we had the mulligan twice. Yeah, the mana is really unforgiving here in this set. It's a reminder that you do not want to do straight up 9/9 splits. I guess I can cut some. I guess I could cut some white, but it's really tough if you don't. It's really tough if your mana base is a budget. It also doesn't help that the enemy colored restless lands are in Wilds of Eldraine, and we have the allied colored ones here. Finally, something we can get by. I might end up just starting to keep I guess we can just hold up the Brave. So now there is a chance that I would... Now this does not have trample, so there's an argument for just playing Dixie Conservator. There's also a chance that our opponent plays a cheap dino and we can upgrade it. And we have multiple choices for this one. Let's see what they do. The idea is that we definitely do not want them to... Okay, they're going for the stun. They're willing to let it get stunned. I'm okay with that. Alright. Into an Ixalan Storekeeper. Yeah. We're doing the Carnosaur here because we want to have the option to Conservator upgrade. Yeah, we definitely want to have that option. Also, it's nice that this activate ability does not cost mana. The triggered ability does. Let's see, opponent probably wants to snipe it before I can get the discover, which is... Oh, it's only activates the sorcery. That's fine. I can't pay. That's fine too. So next turn, this gets to swing in again. Let's hopefully keep the board pared down of any smaller. Yet, rares. Why does it have to be rares? Well, at least we have all our braids, so we will snipe this one first. Because there's a big difference between 6 damage every 2 turns and 5 damage a turn. But yeah, look. Yeah, the dinosaurs are awfully cheap. Oh, and this becomes a dino too? Okay, we are so dead. We will need to hit another creature because... Oh, Tali's favor... Okay, that buys us a turn. Opponent might have also their own upgrades, which is a problem. Dusk Rose... Yeah, that's game. We unfortunately needed to have other creatures. Why is this so cheap? It's a rare. That is what it is. Yeah, I guess Dinos is the way to go. It is one of the strongest color pairings. Though blue and red are the stronger colors. Red green is a very strong pairing altogether because it punishes a lot of the decks that want to go really fast, really quickly. And in a format where you have access to all the cards, you just need to pay for it. At least we get to go first. We won't be able to play the Appraiser, but yeah, I really hate the mana for... I really hate the mana for Ixalan. There is an argument that maybe we could cut some of these weaker cards were just more artifact synergies, that would probably be a good option as well. Hey, got Notorious Can. And yeah, we always bolt the Mana Door. I guess there's an argument for using the Carnosaur instead, but on paper we don't exactly have anything to do with either. It's unfortunate if our opponent is able to play a Dino on the follow-up. Yeah. Well, Belligerent Yearling is not the worst. So opponent can swing with this. They might actually hold back, which they did. So I could go for the Discover right away. Yeah, because or I can actually play this. Create the Spirit Token. I can swing with this one, get the cheap Discover tree, but I'm just feeding it to this one. This is attack, and it's only in tax. It can block for free. Yeah, looks like this is probably one of the best rares to have because it's just so huge. On the bright side, we did give our opponent now has to deal with Contorious Can, and this does not get trample natively. That said, the red-green deck is very good at getting trample, so that's going to be a problem. Yeah, just feed it. Because yeah, is it instant speed? Oh, it's just staggering. Oh, it is instant speed, but we got rid of the combat trick as well. That's fine. It's all basically cost of one card. Another Lore Keeper. I guess I played the Geological Appraiser now. That there's a Dusk Rose Reliquary. We can sack this one. Attack here. Get a free. Oh, Petrify is fine too. I can put it on the Lore Keeper, but yeah, because our opponent seems to be stuck on mana, so I'm going to put it on one of the Lore Keepers. And it's not a limit. There's no limitation on mana abilities, so we're actually slowing down their mana a bit. Unfortunately, still the 5 mana Dracosaur. This is gonna be so vomit inducing. Okay, I can actually put double the Tali's Favor on this. Let's see if we can hit anything off this. Well, triple Tali's Favor is fine too. And yeah, this is why Petrify is good. We get. Yeah, there we go. Kind of popping off. And Excite Conservators. So we can get a free Discover that way. More importantly, we locked out their mana dorks. Now they did hit their land. They hit another Dracosaur, so we have multiple choices here. Like I could go Trumpeting Carnosaur for. So we probably take 5. Let me just take 5 here. Because these are the. So I have multiple options here. I can cast this just for the Discover 5. I can also. But I am going to be short on mana. Splendid Angel's fine. Gives us a... I'm gonna see if our opponent moves to double block. Yeah, I can't block. That's what the Petrify is for. Oh, I probably should have attacked with another creature if this was gonna happen. He has to suspect a trap trick. That said, we're not quite out of the woods yet. We'll play another Conservator. Yeah, but that's the power of Discover. Unfortunately, probably got... Ooh, there's a Triumphant Chomp. What's the reading on this one again? It's 2 or, so it's only gonna hit for 5. They might just go after the Resplendent Angel, I guess? Yeah, that's what I would have done. Not third Dracosaur. Into another Paleontologist. Okay. Yeah, those treasure tokens add up. I guess we can block it so he can stop taking too much damage, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I definitely want to keep one of these up. Let's take it for now. Yeah, let's get our free Discover. Yeah, we don't have... Yep, knew it hit the Dusk Rose. So... I guess we could sacrifice this, but we're missing the mana. We'll sacrifice this instead. And so let's see, we get to attack with both. Oh, free upgrade too. Yeah, let's take that one out. That should give us enough damage too. Yeah, we had to attack with both because there was going to be a blocker no matter what. There we go. We managed to survive. That's one way to survive the Dino Menace. Yeah, you definitely want You definitely want the Reliquaries. You definitely want the Petrifies. I can see going max on that one. Kind of wish we had. I guess some of the Discover creatures being double red is a feature in this sense to prevent it from being way too splashable. There are a few Discover creatures in green, but is it? But that's actually, but not really. Because let's just take a quick look, see what we actually had to work with. Yeah, even with Craft on, yeah, no, it's just it's exclusively white and wait, no, let's turn these off. Okay, yeah, we do have some. No, we literally have only one card in green that discovers. It's Walk with the Ancestors. It's super late game. Zoetic Glyph. I guess if we went into heavy artifacts, this would be a good way to go do. Like instead of going for the repeated one, though, in that last game the repeated Discover was a big deal. Giving ourselves a 5/4 golem. It does not tangle with Dracosaur, but yeah, we do have a lot of we do have several okay. Also, a thing is that like if we hit something Zoyoa's Justice, like this is a cheap way to take out the Dracosaur, but it can get hit for worse. For example, if we could end instead of the 5/5 flyer, we could end up with the 6/6 instead, just because of how the mana values work. So not very ideal. Also note that we're definitely not running Curator of Sun's Creation. Sure, it's extra value, but we did get a lot of value just from the base one. I guess a daring discovery would be interesting to get some hits through, like if we're going on a race. But more often than not, it's not a race we can win. Buried treasure does help solve our mana problems. It also does get us a big discover, so maybe buried treasure is an option. And there's also chimney the inner sun, but we we're not exactly running that many big 5 drops. There are a few ways to run around it. Also, we never did get to hit guardian, but I guess that's why we did cut down a few of this. But in the light of Dracosaur being a big issue, guardian's not gonna make the cut that easily. But that said, this is mostly budget for the most part. It's only lining up as multiple mythics because of Resplendent Angel. We probably could find better options for this, but that's something I'll leave it up to you guys. How I wonder how you guys are doing for Lost Caverns of Ixalan Constructed. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. And please, if you're gonna craft wild cards, do it for an event that you do it for long term investments. Don't do it for cheap events like this. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.